Hey guys, so episode 5 of the Book of Mando has just dropped yesterday. I have finished it for the second time as of recording this video, so I've watched it twice now. You know, this confirms to me big time that the Book of Boba Fett is just a season 2.5 for The Mandalorian, and you know, in a way that's bittersweet. I would say as a big-time Boba Fett fan, it's hard for me to see an entire episode go to The Mandalorian where Boba Fett isn't even to be seen. So that was a little bit of a butthurt moment for me. I think that they are setting up Boba Fett to be in a very long-term friendship with Mando, and that they are going to be together quite a bit in season 3 of The Mandalorian. I just have a funny feeling that that's the case. You know, the reason why they're showing us things like, you know, Mando being like, it's on the house, you know, I'll help out Boba. He's starting to become a close friend to Mando. So I see a real relationship bonding between them into further content down the road, which I am really thankful for. But as of right now, in the present, I'm a little butthurt that a whole episode is dedicated to Mando. Unfortunately, through 4 episodes, it's been kind of an up and down roller coaster with how I've been feeling about Boba Fett in his own show. And I am very much enjoying the story as things progress, which is why I'm not making a definitive decision now on whether I like this show or not, because we still have 2 more episodes to go through before everything's wrapped up and finished. You know, at least in The Mandalorian season 2, Boba Fett was very much a large part of that season, and he was spread out through a few episodes, but at least The Mandalorian was still in the show, especially considering that, from what I understand and what I'm seeing here, is this is only a mini-series. This is not going to be a multi-season thing. I could be totally wrong, but that's just a thought I have. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get tons of Boba Fett content down the line. But I think that when we do get more Boba Fett content, it'll be in other seasons in The Mandalorian, not necessarily his own show. So with all that said and all that out of the way, I absolutely love this episode. Them explaining all the lore for those that don't know about the dark saber, creating some crazy violence with the saber, but also hurting himself in the process because he doesn't really know how to use a weapon like that. And I liked that in-depth character development that he had to have with training, with him losing the title of Mandalorian because he's removed his helmet. So much that they just set up so much for Mando going into season 3 that we don't even have to have like an intro. It could just start and go, which I think is what they're doing here. I mean, who knows how the Book of Boba Fett will end? It may end completely open-ended for season 3 of The Mandalorian. I mean, I have no idea, but it's starting to look like that's going to be the case. I did want to talk about that city that he was on when he was meeting up with the other 2 Mandalorians. Man, that reminded me of Elysium, that movie Elysium with Matt Damon. The ring where all the rich people live, you know. Also got some hints of Halo 2, because that's the only Halo game I've played. But I got big hints of that. And I have never seen that before. And that was one, like, just the intro and how they were like showing you where Mando was so fascinating. And it was honestly like really cinematically breathtaking. You know, also the whole time when Mando was building his ship, all I wanted was the BD droid to team up with Mando, and then they'd be, you know, like that BD droid would be like his right-hand man kind of thing. Because I love the Fallen Order game, and that droid is just so cool, and it seems like a perfect fit for Mando's character. Now that he's a lot more fond of droids now at this point in his life. But man, that Naboo starfighter like turned hot rod, vintage hot rod, is just so cool, man. What a great ship for Mando. I mean, although I don't really know how he's going to be catching bounties unless he's just going to be cutting off heads again. But you know, you can't really cryo freeze people and stuff them in that starfighter. So I wonder how that's going to go. I absolutely loved it. You know, finally, the prequels got some much-deserved love, and it's so wonderful that we got so much packed into that tail end of the episode with, you know, Baker's Canyon, the pod racing, the Naboo starfighter, the wizard, you know, callback, like all this stuff just designated to episode 1, The Phantom Menace, was just really fantastic, and you know, I love that movie. I know it gets a bunch of heat, but I personally love that movie, and it's good to see it get some TLC. So yeah, all in all, this is a absolutely wonderful episode. I just wish it wasn't in the Book of Boba. I really wanted more Boba Fett content, but you know, if this is what they're gonna do, well, I'm gonna wait until the final 2 episodes drop before I make my like hard-earned decision on the Book of Boba Fett and how I see Boba Fett as a character right now. But I am still having so much fun. The storytelling is absolutely wonderful. Regardless of how I feel about certain things, it's still a lot of fun to watch, and I'm so invested in it, and which is more than I can ask for, especially coming from the sequel trilogy. So, you know, all in all, best episode yet. I would say out of The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba, all I can say is that it just was excellent. Excellent. Fantastic episode. Oh, one more thing I want to mention too before I get out of here. The Terminator reference with the oh my gosh, the Alan Tudyk droids. I don't remember what they're called. I just remember the actor that played him in Rogue One. Man, the whole Night of 1,000 Tears flashback, that was a real treat. I was not expecting anything like that. I loved how it was just like a cloud of bombers, you know, as how the Mandalorians got taken out, and then you know, Terminator style, they just kind of like walked over the ground and just picked off whoever was still sort of alive, you know. Great cinematography in that whole flashback. Bryce Dallas Howard did a fantastic job with this one. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Book of Boba episode 5. Yeah, this episode was so good, man. I really enjoyed it. Man, do I wish it wasn't in the Book of Boba. Oh gosh. Oh man, at least have Boba in there at least a little bit, right? But I think I'll call it good. I've been yammering way too long, so it's time for me to head out. All right, guys, talk to you later.